Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. The D-Man was here in New York City last night, so we taped a segment with him, and angst immediately broke out. You must be really excited about the deal in Washington, right?
Listen, I tell you, Billy, I'm at the Rhett Butler Scarlett O'Hara. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I was going to watch baseball tonight. I'm having dinner with my son. I'm going to hit the sack early. A pox on both their houses, and no doubt they'll charge me for the pox vaccine. All I can say is this. It's not working, and I'm 60 years old later this month, and I'm not going to spend any more days wondering about these morons up on the Hill. Figure out what you want me to pay. I'll give you $1,000 extra bucks. Let's never talk again.
Very generous.
How's that?
Very generous.
Figure out what you want me to, and I'll give you a little tip money, and if you see me on the street, we don't know each other.
They want 40% federal, all right? You have like 18 homes. They want property taxes on all of that.
Fine.
In your Lamborghini, they're going to charge you to fill it up, you know, with a $1 federal tax on the Lamborghini, whatever. So by the time, you know, you're going to have to sell your tie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. I did well. Guess what? Not all of us go into the bubble when we're 20 and have everything comp for the next 40 years.
Ooh.
All right?
Miller sounds bitter.
I am a little PO'd, Billy. I worked my arse off.
So did I.
I don't wake up every morning and think, how did I game it? I find those guys creepy. If they can't get it together, I'm looking into the camera because really, just figure out what you want and leave me alone. I'm sick of it, all right?
I like that. I kind of like
Billy,
that,
you
Miller.
can't get any crazier than putting up sawhorses outside the World War II Memorial, mocking old men who gave us our country, and having no sawhorses outside the consulate in Benghazi,
I'm
Libya.
with you, Miller.
It's insane. We fell through the bunny hole.
We don't have any leadership at the executive level where it has to come from.
That Nelly guy makes sense to me.
Nelly.
I'm joining his crew.
He's in the upper echelon, like you.
My name is really Old White Ice, and your rap name is Killing Ice.
All right, now, I'm going to even get you more worked up, Miller.
Yeah.
More worked up.
Does Obamacare cover that?
I know. No, they do hospital visits.
All right.
Bill Ayers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrorist, hates the system.
Yeah.
Has a book out.
Yeah.
He wants you to buy it.
Ayers,
so he makes money.
You're a waste of a dust jacket, okay? You're a man, a ponytail in search of a man your entire life. Is there anything sadder than the boy who feared the man becoming the old man who is the man? Do you think Emiliano Zapata was standing in a pharmacy counter arguing over a copay? You're a hack, all right?
We invited him on, and he wouldn't come on.
Yeah, well,
Are you
that
surprised?
doesn't surprise me.
No?
No. Is there anything sadder than a radical who's on pension? You old hippie, you were sitting on a log telling me not to trust anybody over 30. Now you're the guy.
Killing Jesus is estimated to sell 5 million copies, all right? How many do you think this guy's going to sell his book? Give me a guess, because you're probably going to be right. How many?
He thinks it's a book about keeping illegals out called Killing Jesus. He doesn't even know what that book's about, baby.
I say this book is going to sell 2,000 copies. A lot of giveaways in that. All right. We haven't seen one of your close personal friends, Vice President Biden, around. No, I haven't seen it. And your theory about why we haven't seen him?
Well, because Plugs McKenzie, they get him out of town, so he can't talk when it hits the fan. They've got him up at Camp David. He's running around all day in a loincloth going up to people and saying, hey, are you David? Thanks for having me. Are you David? Thanks for having me. And I tell you what, when they do spill Benghazi, it's going to be him, because Hillary flipped a dime on him yesterday.
Did you hear that?
Saying he was a wuss about Benghazi. And you know what? Or about Osama bin Laden. She called him zero in the dark 30.
Let me set it up. If you haven't heard this, apparently there was an off-the-record, behind closed doors meeting with Hillary Clinton. She's raising money. I mean, that's what she's doing. She's running around raising money for running for president. And she dissed Biden by saying that, as Miller pointed out, he was man enough to go after bin Laden. But she was.
Yeah, that's the wrong button to hit with a guy who's faking diner talk, you know, with other people. He's a big, garrulous guy who thinks he's Big Joe Biden. And they question his manhood. And I'm telling you, the person who's going to flip on her.
Yeah.
Benghazi, when it hits the fan for that nomination, is going to be Plugs McKenzie.
Yeah.
I guarantee
you. Think so?
I bet you Plugs.
Yeah.
They went after his manhood. Listen, a guy who fakes his IQ and his college record, yeah, you can't screw with him.
I mean, but you went after his manhood. You say he's running around
I'm not running for president. I don't think I'm important. Figure out what I owe you and leave me alone.
Are you back to that theme?
Yeah, well, that's it. I just want I want to put a hood on these people like falcons so I can get some sleep.
Let me ask you a question. If you had an opportunity to have dinner with either the president or the vice president, who would you go with?
Billy, I've told you this before.
And they pay.
Barack Obama is not my type of guy.
But but you can have dinner with either or. You have to select one.
And I cannot eat, and that's where
you
I'm
would starve.
Going. Yeah,
even if they pay.
I could care less about those people.
You wouldn't have dinner with them.
I don't find them noble men.
But maybe you could persuade them.
You have dinner with them. God, they gave you a cookie at a Christmas party years ago. You're still on their dime. Leave me alone. I don't want to.
You're the sage of Southern California.
Yeah.
You might be able to change them.
And the brightest thing I do on a daily basis is avoid creeps at dinner.
I guess he's not going to go. All right, Miller, it's always good to see you, man. You're okay?
You're all right. I know.
We're
angry today.
We have security standing by, so you'll be all right.
That's a cute tie.
Thank you. I'm a cute guy.